Hey, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and I'm here to speak my truth about Jade Legacy. I'm sorry I keep changing angles and I'm sitting on the floor and there's mess. I film these videos like quickly throughout the day, either right before work or like on a break, so I don't have much time. Anyway, just listen. You don't have to look. Although the color of the shelf is beautiful, even if they're chaotic. So I've read Jade Legacy finally. I know it's been a long time coming. It was released like last November and I just finished it a few days ago. So obvi, if you don't know, Jade Legacy is the third and final book in the Greenbone saga, which is a trilogy. The first was Jade City, Jade War, which I read last year and really loved. And then I was really scared to go into Jade Legacy because of how much I love the first two and how attached I was to the characters. So everyone I know on BookTube that has read Jade Legacy, I think only maybe a couple gave it 4 stars, but everyone said 5 stars, the most amazing ending ever, favorite series ever. And so I was just so terrified because I just get really emotionally attached to fictional characters. Like, it is what it is. It happens to me with books, movies, TV shows. Like, if you are doing some character work that is speaking to my soul, I become terrified for anything to happen to them. So that is why I put it off for so long. This review will be spoilers and non-spoilers, but I'll always mark it, like tell you in advance if I go into something spoilery. But I'm mostly gonna try to do non-spoilers first, then do spoilers. But as I said, I'll always like put it on the screen, say it out loud so you don't get spoiled if you haven't read it. Okay, I am definitely in the minority with how I felt about this book. I am heartbroken, I am devastated, but it just did not speak to my soul like the first two. I gave Jade City 5 stars, I believe, and Jade War 4 stars. The pacing really in Jade War was my issue. But Jade City, I think, still the best out of all of them. I became so attached to the Call family, the Greenbone saga. For some reason, if you're not interested in reading them, you're just here to listen to this review, is an Asian-inspired fantasy set in a fictional country called Kikon, in a city called Janloon for the most part. And we have the Call family. They are the leaders of the No Peak clan. So in this world, Jade, like the gem, is really powerful, but only certain people are like born with the ability to basically use it to like enhance their powers, like to make them stronger and faster and all this stuff. And then there's people who can't use it and like it makes them really sick, and there's various different people. So in this world there are 2 clans. You have the Mountain Clan and the No Peak clan, and they've basically been warring, feuding for years. It's like basically a mafia, and we are following the Call family who leads the No Peak clan. And I became so attached to, so in love with Hilo and Andon. I have mixed feelings about Shay, who is Hilo's sister, and like I would be like, girl, and I'd be like, okay, I'm a girl, like, okay, like, bitch. Like, I have very mixed feelings. But Hilo and Andon, my sweet babies. So it is a lot. It is a lot. It's not for everyone. I know some people read the first book and did not like it because of, you know, certain things, certain character personalities. There is a lot of violence, okay? I said mafia. That doesn't mean, you know, somebody's just bitch slapping somebody. People gotta die sometimes. And you're like, well, you know, I'm looking at it through a fictional lens. I agree with you, you know. I mean, you had to do it. I don't know what you want me to say. You had to do it. I understand. The family comes before all. Oh, all right. And so, but some people didn't like that, and that's fair. But I did, and I was riding for that, especially Hilo. So going into the third one, I was very nervous because I'm like, Hilo be in danger all the time, and I cannot imagine losing him. And then Andon, my sweet baby, like, what's gonna happen? Okay. I knew going into Jade Legacy that the title really tells you it's going to span a long period of time. There are time jumps in Jade War. Are there in Jade City? But they're definitely more condensed. I feel like maybe it's like a couple of years in Jade War. But Jade Legacy is like 20, 30, so like decades past in the span of this book. It is very long. But I think that was the biggest downfall for me, was the time. I understand why she wanted to do the time jumps to like show the evolution of the family. Things like this obviously would not be solved very quickly. And also, since we had all the long span of time, it was I felt like a very broad view that we were getting. I felt like the first book, I was like right there, courtside with the Cole family. Then Jade War was maybe, I was like not courtside, but I was in the 100s, you know, maybe at the top of the 100s, but I still felt like I could see everything really closely. I was still there with my family. Jade Legacy felt to me like I was in the nosebleeds for a lot of the time. Like maybe sometimes I snuck down to get a better view, but most of the time I felt like I was in the nosebleeds. I felt so far away from the characters and what was happening. I just felt so removed from the story because it was such an overview because of everything she was trying to wrap up and encompass. I did talk to a few friends while reading this, and I know that some of them, like I was talking to Jashana and she brought up how she wished it was more books, and I totally agree. And I read some reviews that also said that. Like I felt like this could have been 4 or 5 books, and maybe in the 5th we have all of this broad thing and we can like go into the future or whatever, or even like as a novella. I don't know, there was so much that it wasn't just in Janloon. It was, we were looking at different countries and different people. We were getting perspectives of people. I was like, who is this? I don't care. I don't want to be here. And I understand she wanted to show all the politics and how all of these things have, you know, they're still fighting for over time, like to legalize jade and Aspini and all of these things, and making projects and trying to get into foreign countries. But I fell in love with this story because of the characters and the day-to-day fight that was going on. Because even things that happened in this story that were so important, I felt like we moved on so quick because it would be like something big happens and I'm like, oh my God. And then it's the chapter changes and we're 6 years ahead. And I'm like, whoa, but what happened? I wanted to know the fallout of that, the feelings, like what they were going through, what Hilo and Wen were going through after the aftermath of Jade War. Like, I don't know. I just guess I wanted something different than her vision, and you know, that's valid. Obviously, I'm not like, hey, this is what you need to write in your story. But that is why I just couldn't love it. I didn't feel close to them at all. And since I didn't feel like I was getting what I wanted, I wasn't getting up close and personal exploration with the characters that I've known and loved, even with the characters I don't know and love, even just with Shay and them fighting with the Mountain Clan and stuff, like those little things. I was like, and I hate to say this, but I felt like it was too long. I was like, okay, I don't care. And by the last, I think I was at like 82%. And I switched from I was reading the ebook, I switched to the audio, and it still said I had like 3 hours left. And I was like, oh my God. I almost was like, I'm just gonna spoil myself for what happens at the end, because I've heard so many people talk about, ooh, the end, the ending, the ending. I didn't. I did listen to the whole thing, but that is how much it just didn't work for me. And I'm like, I feel like so sad. Like I am so sad that I did not love this. I did think the ending was really sad. That made me cry. But I hated it. I hated that scene at the end. And after I finished the book, and it's been a couple days now, I don't even know what I would rate it. Sadly, max at this point it would get for me is 3, but I almost think it would be a 2.5 rounded up to a 3, just because of how much I wasn't connected to the story to care. And I'm so confused because I keep going to Goodreads and I'm like, what did we, I don't think we read the same book. I think I have a defective version. I don't think I got the story that everyone else got, because what and maybe everyone saw that, you know, from the title they knew this is what it was gonna be. And I did know that, but I still was like, okay, well, these times that we are with them, we're gonna at least spend it with them. We're gonna see a little bit of fallout and then we're gonna skip time. I did not like that. I did not like the time jumps. I thought it was way too many, too broad. And it wasn't a good conclusion for me to a series I thought was gonna be one of my all-time favorites. And I still love Jade City and Jade War. And so, you know, that's not gonna take that from me. And some point in the future, I'm going to reread these and maybe I will have a different perspective on the third book. Maybe I'll enjoy it more. But right now, I didn't like it. I mean, yeah. I was gonna say I didn't love it. I barely liked it. Like, I liked parts of it. So that's my non-spoilery part. So, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, in the beginning, I already had an issue with Hilo's character. I felt like it was out of character for what he did to Win, how he was treating her. And I realized that Hilo was very angry, very pissed at what Shay and Wen did in Jade War, going behind his back. Like, yes, they were trying to help and all of these things, but you know, Hilo was like, you basically betrayed me. I still don't think that he would be going to the whatever, to, you know, sleep with those women and stuff like that and would ice Wen out for so long. Like, I think he'd be pissed for a long time, but I feel like they would work on it. I don't know. And that's something I also wanted to see. Like, I wanted to see the arguments and I wanted to see the battle back and forth and like those like intimate moments we used to get with these people. Like, I wanted to see that in the story, and you really don't. You just get little bits and pieces, and eventually, you know, it does get better. And I love that they finally, you know, got back on the same page, but I just didn't get to see it happen. Also with Andon, I love sweet baby Andon. I wanted him to have his happily ever after, and I mean, I guess technically, and like, I'm proud of him, you know, where his journey, his career took him. But why, Fonda, would you keep hinting at this Lot and Andon thing and then it never become a thing? Why? I was like, oh my God, finally, like, this has been teased since book 1. Like, why? Why? Why do we never have that? Whoever became his boyfriend, I was like, okay. Like, I did not love that at all. I mean, I'm glad he found someone, but I think it should have been Lot. Also, Shay. Oh, wow. Shay, you bitch ass bitch. Because, okay, I was mad at Hilo for a moment when they're in this meeting. Was it the KJA thingy? And whoever stabs Mata in the neck, I was like, bitch. And Hilo just stands there like, I'm gonna let her bleed out. No, bitch, you should have killed that hoe. Because then she jumps out the window and runs away. I was pissed. And then the bombing happened and I was like, stressed the fuck out. I was like, I swear to fucking God, if Fonda killed Womb, Poppy, and Hilo right now. Obviously he didn't. She didn't, but. And then of course, here comes Shay. And she could have killed Mata and she didn't. Ooh, fuck forgiveness. Fuck what we're in turmoil right now. Okay, and kill that bitch. I'm sorry. I just was like, let me see this play out long term. No, I honestly am confused as to whose side Fonda is on. Whose side are you on, ma'am? I thought we were riding for the cause. But obviously not. Is this the Greenbone saga or is this the Unlucky Call saga? Because I have questions. Why you keep coming for my family? Huh? Line book 1? Wow, really Ned Stark that. And then in book 2, was it Mike? It was Mike Tar and Mike. I'm bad with names. In book 2, you know what happened. And then in book 3 with whatever tart Mike brother it was, that broke my heart, man, that he got fucked up and killed his fiance, and then he had to be exiled, and then the whole thing with Andon coming, and he played that dude. I mean, like, I was like, dang, not you gonna go against the no peak, but then he played that long game and he killed that motherfucker. I was like, he got a bitch by the throat, but then my dog having to go to jail and then he killed himself? What? Fonda, who are you riding for? Because you ain't riding for the same people I'm riding for. Like, I'm upset about it. And then, like, I'm sorry, I know he made it. Wait, I'm not gonna get there yet. Rue? Why Rue? You got punk ass Nico over here betraying the family, leaving the family, go work for that motherfucker, whatever, trying to trade green soldiers. And it's Rue who has to die? Fonda, are you? I loved him. He was the only one you let us really get to know and get close to, because Nico sucked. And Jaya was just this little rambunctious thing that we just got bits and pieces. I feel like we were really getting to connect and know Rue, and he seemed so sweet. And, you know, he didn't seem bitter about being a Stone Eye, and he wanted to make all these changes, and he was doing all this stuff. And Rue had to die, Fonda? Really? Fuck that. Then Nico comes back like, I'm here for... No, Nico, you should have been here for the family. You should have listened to Rue before you left at the airport. But no, you left. And now your brother is dead. Oh, and now you come back to the family. I don't fucking care that you're back, bitch. And then him becoming, like, I know. He's the firstborn, and now he's gonna be out. Lead the clan. Man, fuck Nico. Fuck that. I really wish we got more time to know him and for him not to be an asshole. Also to know Jaya, because she seemed like a little helo, just a little bad butt, but I wanted to know her more. We really didn't get to see her because she'd just be off here, go off there and just make little comments, but sweet Rue. And then bro, this is why I'm confused, Fonda. Who are you riding for? And for people to say, oh, the ending, bittersweet, the ending. I'm glad Hilo made it that far in life. But essentially, Fonda, you let Mata win. Like, I don't care that she's being exiled. That bitch still alive. She killed both Lan and Hilo, okay? So it seems to me like you are not for Team Call. You're not for the Call family, Fonda. I don't understand. You're writing a series. You're making it from the point of view of the No Peak clan, the Call family. So why are you not down for the Call family? I'm so upset about it. I'm sorry. Hilo shouldn't have died like that. Are you kidding? Because Aimata wouldn't have been alive to who? Shay killed Aimata. When she had a chance. So, no, I didn't like that ending. No, I didn't like this book. Because I'm pissed. And I'm just very confused whose side you're on. And again, all these big moments, and then 6 years, and I'm like, God damn, I couldn't even keep track of the time. I just, never again do I want to read a book that has that much time passing in one book. I don't. I did not like it. It did not work for me. Yeah, those are the main parts that stuck out to me out of that whole thing. Like, I understand the maneuvering and the scheming and the politicking, and we did get that in Jade City and Jade War, but that's as much as I needed. I did not need more of it, and she took it there with more. I felt like that could have been a novella, a bonus. You know how they got the World of Ice and Fire do the World of Kikon and all the countries around it. I was like, I'm over it. I don't care. What is happening with my family? We're raising this next generation and I don't really know them. Oh, I'm mad. Sprinting Jessica here, so this is why I look like this, but I forgot to include something. So I don't know when people were talking about the ending, if they were talking about Barrow or if they were talking about Hilo. Obviously I already told you how I feel about Hilo. I cannot believe Barrow made it to the end. I find nothing bittersweet about the last scene, him driving Andon to the Twice Lucky. Nothing. I do not care. Like, yeah, he's living a crappy life, but he's living. You know who's not living? Lon. You know who didn't get to meet his son? Lon. And that man robbed his grave. You know who's not living? Hilo. So many people from all the effects of fucking Barrow. And other people. And Aitmata. And they both live. I don't care if their existences are miserable or whatever. They're breathing. And people in No Peak aren't. So they needed to be eating the dirt. Actually, they don't even need to be buried. They needed to be poured. They need to be drowned alive. Put alive in a container and pour concrete in it and dump them in the ocean. They do not deserve to draw breath while so many people from the No Peak clan, especially Lon and Hilo, do not get to breathe, do not get to be with their families. So fuck that ending. I hate it. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it for me. I need to go make myself some eggs before I have to be in this training all day. I need to calm down. I need to get some water. But I would give Jade Legacy, I guess, 2.5 out of 5. And I hope that in the future, maybe when I reread it, it's different. But I honestly did not enjoy this journey at all. So that's it for me. I know that is very much in the minority. Like, it has a really high overall rating on Goodreads. I don't know out of how many, but it's very few and far between that give it less than 4 stars. And I'm real pissed that I have to be in that minority. But one thing on this channel, I'm not gonna lie. I still love the first 2 books. I thought this was gonna be one of my all-time favorite series, but that ending dropped the ball for me. So I'm gonna go eat. Calm down. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Try to mark any spoilers, or at least, you know, like space down so people don't see it if they haven't read the book. And that's it. So stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.